You're working hard, you're meeting deadlines, you're really committed, you're really smart, but still you're not getting the recognition. You're not getting the promotions. You're not getting the increments. Frustrating, isn't it? Annoying, isn't it? If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many professionals in South Asia and actually even all over the world are unknowingly holding themselves back with 5 small but powerful bad habits. Do you want to know what those are? Do you want to know how to fix those 5 habits so that you can get ahead fast, get those promotions, get the recognition you deserve? Well, today, that's what we are going to talk about. So stay with me right to the end. You don't want to miss out on any of these stuff. All right? Welcome to my channel, Learning with Sanjeev. I'm really honored and privileged that you're here with me today. Thanks so much for being here. We're going to talk of really exciting stuff, really powerful stuff. So keep it quiet, okay? So habit number 1, waiting to be asked to speak before you speak. You have a great idea, you have an opinion, you want to say something, but you don't say it because you're waiting to be asked. So Rohan, what do you think? So Pradeep, what do you think? So Chatu, what do you think? Only then do we talk. Why is this? So many of us have been raised by our parents, our teachers, our grandparents to be very respectful, isn't it? Humble. Not interrupt anyone who's speaking. Those are all good things. But in a fast-moving workplace, if you don't, get noticed, you have a good idea but you can't put it forward, you can't speak, you lose out. Because somebody else with a far less good idea, not such a good idea as you, has a big voice, speaks, so others listen to him and think, wow, that guy is so clever. But you're even cleverer, but you didn't speak. Why? We're waiting to be asked. So what do you think? Lots of times our leaders won't ask us because they also don't have time. So we have to make sure we are noticed. Maybe you put up your hand. Excuse me, can I add something here? So what's the hidden cost of not speaking? We get overlooked for opportunities. We are good, but we don't get noticed. We don't get the recognition. And people think that we are not smart, that we have nothing to contribute, that we have no good ideas because we didn't speak. That's really a disadvantage, isn't it? For you and for me. So what do we do? Speak up early in meetings. Speak up early. Don't wait to be the last person to speak. The people who speak up early are the people who get noticed. People remember that. Even if it's just you're agreeing, a simple agreement with what somebody else is saying, that's also speaking up. They remember, Sanjay agreed to this point. Sandeep agreed with this point. They remember. Or you could ask a question. Doesn't always mean that you speak only when you have a great idea. You speak when you want to agree. You speak when you have a question. You can always do that, right? Anyway, even if you don't have a great idea, people will still remember that you contributed, that you are part of the discussion. You're making your presence felt. And volunteer for tasks, volunteer for things. If something comes up at the meeting, everybody is waiting to see who's going to do this, who's going to say, let me take it on. Take it on. Take it on. The more you do, the more experience you get, the more valuable you become to the organization. Take it on, take it on, take it on. So how can we do this? How can you speak? You can always say, I'd like to build on that point. Somebody made a point, you're building on it. You're going to add something else to it. Here's something I'd like to contribute. Another starting point. If it's okay, I'd like to take the lead on this. Let me handle this project. Let me do this. People would love to give it to you because they're waiting for someone to take it on. It's a way of getting noticed. It's a way of contributing. It's a way of adding value. It's a way of increasing your value to others and to the organization. All good things, right? You want that recognition. Here are ways to do that. So first bad habit, not speaking up. Well, let's break that. Let's speak. So remember, your voice matters. Don't wait for permission to use it. People with much less capability, much less intelligence than you are getting noticed because they speak. Isn't that right? Don't you agree? Isn't that a huge frustration sometimes? So it's not going to be a problem from today, right? You're going to speak as well. Yes? Fantastic. Habit number 2, downplaying your achievements. I've seen this so many times. Somebody does really well in one of my programs, right, or really achieve something successful. I say, well done. And what is the response I get? No, Sanjeev. It just happened, It was an accident. What accident? You worked really hard for it. You put in a lot of time, a lot of effort. Somebody says, congratulations, well done. And we feel shy to accept that recognition. Don't do that. Because if you feel shy, next time people are not going to recognize us, not going to say well done as well. Also, sometimes we make our achievement sound small. Oh, it was nothing. Just a small thing I did. Whereas you have, done a lot. Somebody says, well done, Sanjeev. Great job. Just say, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you noticing this. Great. Don't ever say, oh, it was nothing. Was it nothing? Was it nothing? No. You put in a lot of time and effort. But we sometimes want to make it small, right? So if I say it was nothing, let's say I help you, you thank me, I say, oh, don't mention it. Next time you won't mention it, right? Or when you say, thank you, Sanjeev, for helping me, if I say, oh, it was nothing, they're also going to think, right. It was not such a big deal. It was a small thing for Sanjeev. It was nothing. So then you'll start appreciating me less, isn't it? Isn't that a disadvantage for me? So how do I accept a compliment? You say, thank you, Sanjeev, for doing this. I can just say, thank you for appreciating it. I was glad to help you. I was happy to help you here. Don't make your contribution small, but acknowledge it. Thank you. Thank you. It's so nice of you to say that. I was really happy to do this. Right? Everyone is happy. So why do we downplay our achievements? Again, we have been taught, isn't it? You don't need to blow your own trumpet. You don't need to speak about your own achievements. Others will speak about it for you. Not really. You have been told, let your work speak for itself. You don't need to tell. Sometimes people don't notice the work. Even our own bosses sometimes don't know everything that we're doing, right? So it's not a case of boasting. Don't get me wrong. It's not a case of boasting. It's a case of making others know what you have done, what your contributions are. Take an organization making some fantastic products, but they decide they're not going to market it. What they say is, okay, no, we made this fantastic biscuit. If someone comes and asks for it, we will give the biscuit to them. We will sell it. But if no one asks, we won't give. Are they going to be a successful organization? Not at all, right? Same way. You do something great, others need to know. Others, how do they appreciate it? Just make sure people know. It's not boasting. It's not, if you did something this size, telling people you did something this size. No, be honest, be truthful. But you have to make people aware, make people know. Otherwise, how do you get the recognition? It's not going to happen, right? So in modern workplaces, sometimes our work doesn't speak for itself. If you don't speak about your value, no one will. And you see the people who get ahead fast in organizations are not the people who speak about their value. Everyone knows what they're doing. Sometimes they talk more than what they're doing as well. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just talk about what you did, your contribution. That's great. So what's the hidden cost of not doing this? Again, we miss out on recognition. We miss out on leadership opportunities. We miss out on promotion opportunities because no one knows that we are capable. We miss out on respect. We miss out on gratitude. And there are others who might take credit for our work. If someone knows somebody has done this, they don't know you did it. But if somebody else comes and says, no, I did it, they might take credit for that. So what do we do instead? Share your wins with confidence but not arrogance. And use numbers. Speak with numbers. Speak about the impact you have created. That's all good. So some examples. That campaign helped us to grow by 18%. Numbers. I was able to solve that issue in under 24 hours. Numbers. I solved that issue in just 24 hours. Numbers. Our team completed the project ahead of the deadline, and I was so privileged to lead the planning phase. I led the planning phase. Good. So, what's the key message here? Own your success. It's not boasting, it's not bragging. That's leadership. And remember to give credit to others in your team as well. If there was a whole team involved, don't say I did it. My team and I were able to do this. Fantastic. Right? Especially if you're the leader of the team, my team did this. Obviously, you were involved because you were the leader. But when you're an individual contributor, you did this. Fine. Absolutely fine. All right. Habit number 2. Don't downplay your achievements. Make sure others know. All right. So that bad habit is also now not there. Habit number 3. Over-apologizing. We apologize for everything. So the South Asian culture values politeness, values deference to elders, to seniors, all of that, right? But in a corporate environment, sometimes that doesn't work. I'm not saying be rude, I'm not saying be aggressive, I'm not saying be arrogant, but I'm saying don't be very apologetic all the time. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Saying sorry too often, especially for things that aren't even our fault, can make us seem less confident, and that's not a good thing, right? What's the hidden cost of doing this? We reduce our authority. Other people tend to overlook our expertise. Because have you seen people who are really good in something have authority. People have respect for them. People look up to them. People give them more work to do, more responsibilities. They appreciate it. The respect is there, correct? So what do we do instead? Replace unnecessary apologies, clarity or appreciation. Instead of saying, sorry if I'm wrong, you could say, here's what I think. Let me know your points. Let me know your point of view. Let me know your thoughts. Here's what I think. Let me know your thoughts. Instead of saying, sorry if I'm wrong, even before you have said something which may actually be right and not wrong. Another point. Sorry to disturb. Yeah, instead of saying that. Quick question if you have a minute. We don't have to be apologizing all the time. But of course, be considerate of others. Now don't go and be very aggressive now after me saying this. Yeah, be considerate, have empathy, but have empathy for yourself also. Be considerate for yourself as well. So that's habit number 3. I'm not saying don't say sorry. There's a famous song by Elton John which says sorry seems to be the hardest word. It is, because lots of really aggressive, arrogant people don't ever say sorry. So no, not that. When you have made a mistake, the best thing is to say, I'm sorry, I made this mistake. I'll look into it. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. But sometimes we go the other way and we are apologizing for everything, even for our own existence. Sorry, I'm here. Sorry, I'm alive. No, don't do that. Yeah, that's the point, right? Strike that balance. All right. Bad habit number 4, staying silent in meetings. So we spoke about this slightly in habit number 1 as well, but this is not quite the same thing. Staying silent in meetings. Why does this happen? Fear of making mistakes. We are scared that someone will judge us. Fear of not sounding fluent in English. So what happens when we don't speak? Yeah, we are staying silent in meetings. People even forget that we were in the room. Yeah, were you there? I can't recall. You never said anything. And others can get credit for ideas that you had also, but you didn't speak. Yeah, so you have to speak. So the first point, the first bad habit we discussed was waiting to be asked before speaking. Yeah, so don't wait to be asked before speaking. You have a good idea, speak. And here we are talking of staying silent in meetings, which could be also because you waited to be asked before speaking, but it could also be because we are scared. We don't have confidence. So that's the issue we are trying to address here, right? So what do you do so that we are not silent in meetings, right? Before you go for the meeting, check the agenda. What are you going to talk about? Do your homework, learn something new, pick up on some facts, pick up on some statistics. So you actually have something to say. Think, how can you contribute? Think, how can you add value? It's all about adding value. So prepare 1 or 2 comments ahead of every meeting. Go through the agenda. You'll know what's going to be discussed. You'll find that if there are 10 people in the meeting, only 1 or 2 have actually prepared. The others have just come for the meeting. So if you are one of the 1 or 2 who actually prepared, you're going to be adding much more value than the other 8, right? Yes, makes sense, right? So do that preparation. Then you will have confidence also because you know what you're going to talk about. And remember, speak early, even if it's to agree with someone or ask a question. Yes, remember that one? So how do we do this? What are some phrases we can use? I'd like to offer another perspective to what Sanjay was just saying. All right. Could we also consider this? Yeah, there's another idea here. Could we also look at this? Building on what Pradeep said, I also suggest we look at this. So you're adding. You're giving recognition to Pradeep and now you're giving your own opinion as well. So don't stay silent, okay? You have a voice, use it. So what's the key message here? Participation builds visibility. The more you participate, people are aware you are there. People notice you. And silence. You know what silence builds? Silence builds invisibility. You're almost invisible. People don't see you. So your voice is your tool, is your weapon. Speak. Habit number 5, believing that hard work alone is enough. No, it's not. Don't work hard, work smart. Do more in less time and make sure others know. Many of us were taught that life is all about working hard, right? You work hard, people will notice you. Think about all the people you know around you who work really, really hard. Do others notice them? No, not really. Do you notice them? Not really. So, but in real life, no matter how hard you work, promotions and growth comes from relationships with the right people, visibility, you're noticed, contribution, value, how you communicate, how you take leadership, how you take initiative, not just effort. There's a lot in how you package what you're doing. You package your efforts, right? How you market yourself, how you market what you have done. That's just a fact of life. Has to be done. Has to be done in an ethical, in a good way. Yes, so hard work alone is not enough. Sometimes we just work hard. End of our life we'll be thinking, where are we? Why didn't we get the recognition we deserved? Why? You worked hard. But no one saw that. No one saw that. It's a shame, right? It's a real pity. So the hidden cost of believing hard work alone is enough. You're stuck, others are going forward fast. We feel frustrated, we feel undervalued, we feel demotivated, we feel depressed, we feel angry, we feel annoyed. We feel stressed. So what do we do instead? Build relationships. Yes, even if you're an introvert, doesn't matter. We're all human beings. Every human being wants people to like them. So even if you're an introvert, you want to build a relationship at work with your boss, with your peers, with your colleagues. How do you do that? You show those people that you like them. You show those people that you value what they do. You show those people that you appreciate them. You show those people that you want to help them. You'll be building relationships really fast. You just want to go and build relationships to get things from people, get their help for you without you helping them. No one will want to build that relationship. People want to build relationships with others where they think that person is helping them. So you be the person who goes and helps others. You'll build relationships fast. Try it and see. We spoke a lot about communication, speaking up at meetings, sharing your ideas, being noticed, being heard. So communicate. And when somebody is speaking, also communicate by listening really well, so that person feels appreciated. Yes? So learn to network, learn to speak, learn to lead, learn to be noticed. Yes? Now we can do that, right? Not just only doing the task. So what's the key message here? Hard work is great. Hard work is needed. Hard work is the foundation. But for real growth, we need to do something more. We need to have a strategy. We need to know how we can make ourselves heard, visible, seen, valued. Yes? So what are the 5 habits we spoke about? Not 5 habits to start doing, but 5 habits to stop. Number 1, waiting to be asked without speaking. Number 2, downplaying your achievements. Oh, it was a small thing. Don't do that. Oh, it was nothing. No, don't do that. Number 3, over apologizing. Sorry for everything. Number 4, staying silent in meetings. And number 5, believing that hard work alone is enough. Alright, so which of these habits do you struggle with the most? Put it in the comments. I'll be so glad to hear from you. If you want some help, how do you stop these habits? Put that in the comment as well. I'll try to help you. Yes? And if this video helped you, opened your eyes to something new, and you felt others like you, your friends, your colleagues, your family members would also benefit from this, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, tell others as well. What we're trying to do here is building a movement for South Asian professionals like you, like me, to grow, to build their careers, to be successful. Help me spread this message, okay? Yeah. Alright. So thank you so much for spending time with me watching this video. I'm really glad that you were here. I'm Sanjeev. Till the next one, stay safe and stay blessed. Have an awesome day.